Yeah, we're back at them again in another live episode, TKT 901. We got a special somebody here with us today. We're gonna introduce her, our new co-host, Latricia. Make sure y'all say her name right now. She's kind of particular about that, right? Right.
My name.
Yeah, but say this again, sweet.
I said it's my name. It should be pronounced correctly.
Pronounce it for him one time. Pronounce it for him just once, just once.
Latricia.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we're in the house. We're in the house. And, we are going to be talking about a topic today or tonight, I should say. We're going to discuss the latest dating trends that's going on here in the U.S. right now, across the board, across the country, and internationally. And we're going to tackle some of these hard questions, maybe, or subjects or um, hot button issues. And we're going to get a woman's perspective on this also, because we've been hearing a lot of men chime in about what's going on. You got the passport bros that's out here, that's a movement and all that stuff, and you got a lot of people talking about dating right now. So um, I'll just say it like this. So what have you been hearing about the dating scene from your side on the international dating scene? We'll start there.
I don't know. I can't speak too much on the international dating scene.
Mm.
It doesn't. I don't think it's real beneficial to women. Maybe to yeah.
Okay, well, let's back up there. Let's say it like this. There seems to be a lot of black men right now
Yeah.
who have disengaged in the dating scene in the U.S. Like they're not even talking anymore. It's a group of, not everyone, but there's a group of men that's not even really talking anymore. They're just kind of like, you know what? That's it. I'm out. I'm catching the flight. You know what I mean? I'm tired of what's going on. And I don't know if it's being recognized, as a whole in the country. What you think? Because you really hadn't heard about it, right? Before now, right?
I mean, yeah, I've heard a lot of guys talking before, and I've heard them say things like, women in other countries, they're more submissive. They're more apt to do what they want without giving a lot of pushback, like American women. So they are more apt to date them than us.
Mm.
It's
Well, I
easier.
mean, what do you have to say about that? Personally, I mean, because you are a woman here, you're African, African American woman here, and I mean, surely that kind of bothers you a little bit, right?
I
Or
mean,
what do you
it,
think about that?
first of all, it's wrong to categorize somebody and say,
Mm.
oh, she's going to be easier because she lives in another country, or, that you're an American man and you can go over there and she's going to be more submissive, like she's an animal, like like she don't have a
Mm.
mind for herself. And I don't think
Right.
that it's that with those women over there. It's not that they don't have a mind for themselves. They may be lacking something and maybe you can provide it for them, and they just like, weighing their options. What's better, me not having what I need or just kind of dealing with him?
Right.
You know?
What? Yeah, you said something that was crucial. You said easier,
Yeah.
and that word right there has gotten someone in trouble recently by saying that easier word, and I don't think that's the right word to describe it, and that's, not saying from you, but that's what's
Right.
happening. You got a group of men that's going over there and they're saying, hey, it's easier.
Right.
Well,
That's
that's offensive to
right. And
those women because, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. They think that it's easier, like she's easier, like she's not a person, like she
Mm,
don't have a brain and she can't think for herself. So I'm just gonna go over there and do whatever I want to do with her. Like she's not, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
They're not
You know,
her
yeah, that thing. Yeah,
thing over here.
yeah. I think what ends up happening for the most part is this. From what I'm hearing, like men will go across seas, and just the actual first interaction, the talking to the women, it seems to go smoother in their eyes when they say it's easier to have a conversation without, they say the attitude or the sassiness or something like that. And then what makes it easier for them is because the currency exchange a lot of times, because here the American dollar goes, it's 1 for 1 here. Boy, you go to another country and maybe 1 to 5. So all of a sudden you're not spending $150 on a date anymore. You may be spending 30, or 40. And that's not the women here fault. You know what I mean? So it's just the currency exchange. But it makes it a lot easier to actually
That's the
be
word.
able to date. Yeah. Huh?
That's the word, easier.
Yeah, yeah. But when it comes to the women, like dealing personally, that's when you have to watch it and toe that line to make because you don't want to come across as if the women are like prostitutes, or
Yeah.
you over there tricking or something. That's not it. But men are going over there for different reasons also. I mean, to do business, all sorts of things. But the perception is recently that I've hearing online that, hey, there's a lot of black women that getting angry, saying that men are going over there tricking because they can get sex easy and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, you just want to go over there because you can get this easy or you get that easy. And I'm sure there's a certain percentage
Mm-hmm.
of men that are going over there to do that. I mean, that's just reality.
Yeah.
But there are some men that are genuinely upset also and say, you know what, I give up. They have actually given. So what do you say about
What
that to the ones that you think?
what they giving up on?
Well, like for instance, I know one gentleman. I ain't gonna say his name. He was like, "I'm a good guy. I make good money. I can, he considers himself an eligible bachelor."
Mm-hmm.
And he said he's been mistreated so much that he's just tired of being used and mistreated and not appreciated and things like that. And he was like, you know what? I can't take it no more. I give up. I'm out. And boom, he jumped on a plane. He lives in another country now. So
Yeah.
that is what I mean.
I mean, it could go either way because
Mm.
um he can go to another country. Say he doesn't speak the language of that country. You don't know if she using you or not. You don't know if she playing
Right,
you or not. It just seems as
right,
though that's what's happening.
right,
Being a little bit nicer to you because her circumstances may be different than ours in America. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
I have access to more than maybe she does, so she might need you to help her. Where I don't
right,
need you, but I want you there.
right, right.
So it's
Well,
um
it,
say they're upset and they go over there. I mean, you go where you go. If you find love somewhere else, you find love somewhere else, but you shouldn't go for the specific purpose of that. And to
right.
say hurt, women been hurt too. Black women been hurt too.
Mm. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all been life.
yeah. Now we get into it. See, because what happens is this: like you have a lot of hurt on both sides between the black men here and the black women here. There's a lot of hurt and a lot of damage that needs to be repaired. That's happened on both sides. I mean, the black men need to be culpable
Mhm.
for what they have created. But I think also black women need to be aware of the situation also, and each side has to be aware of what part they played in all this in order for it to get better.
Right.
Otherwise, the reality is this: you're going to have a bunch of men that are looking across the water saying or believing that they can go over there or to be easier for them, whether the reality of that is true or not. And they'll
Yeah.
go over and experience what they want to experience, and they'll say, hey, whatever. I wasn't getting anywhere in the States. And that's why I'm concerned about our black women here. But are they aware of what's going on? Because you have a lot of men going out, but you
Yeah.
don't have men coming in. In
Yeah.
other words, you don't have a bunch of different races from other countries trying to get here at the rate to get our black women at the rate that you have black men leaving here going to get them. Does
Yeah.
that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah. Because we
Yeah.
always hear about, oh, it's a shortage of black men.
Yeah.
Well, what's going
Well,
on? I mean, you can't stop somebody from doing what they want to do or going where they want to go. But like you said,
right,
it's somebody has to take accountability for what has happened to fix things.
right,
So that, like I said, you can find love anywhere. You love who you love, but
right, right,
me leaving for the specific purpose of I'm gonna get me a man that's not American so he can treat me better. I don't know how that man gonna treat me.
that's
That's what my perception
right,
is. that that's what's going to happen. But if
Yeah, you're
nobody,
asking for trouble. Yeah,
how you going to fix things? Running
yeah,
away not going to fix the problem.
right. I think you're asking for trouble too. When you go out to another country specifically for that, you're asking for trouble. Whether you're male or female, you're asking for trouble. That shouldn't be the number one reason why
Right.
you're traveling. If you're
Right.
traveling for to just go, if you think you're gonna force something and it not happen organically, you're gonna end up in some serious trouble. Really.
Yeah.
That, just to be honest with you. So there is a way to travel and stuff like that, but the fact of the matter is you have different personalities and people do things for different reasons, and you can't, you can try to warn them and tell them, but they're gonna ultimately do what they want to do. You know.
Right. And then you can look at it and say, like, really, you're trying to use them, for whatever reason, you don't want to be with an American woman, African American woman, or whatever. You going somewhere else to get you a woman. I mean, what purpose? What are you doing it for? Because, like I said, you feel like she's gonna be easier to deal with. She's gonna do what you say do. She's not gonna give you no lip. Like I said, black women have attitude. She not give you no
Mhm.
attitude. She's still a woman. We have attitude. Period. We're born with attitude, no matter what color you are. We got
Yeah.
attitude.
Yeah. Yeah. And see that thing right there is to a certain extent sometimes, and you'll get some pushback from that on some men that'll show you, no, I have a Filipino wife, or I have a whatever wife or girlfriend or whatever, and she doesn't do that. It's and they're like, man, I've heard men say they got on planes and went somewhere, and just when it was time to come back, they about cried, because all they thought about was, man, I got to go back to the States and I got to deal with being treated bad across the board. And I think sometimes that gets lost also when a
Mm,
black man goes to another country and he gets treated well across the board, not just when it comes to the women, just across the board.
yeah,
And I think that's happening also. You know, you're received better in your mind with hospitality, whereas here it may
their mind
not be.
really
Hmm?
happening. I said in
Hmm?
their mind. That doesn't mean it's
Right.
really. If you already go,
So you think it's more touristic, more touristic. You think it's because they're foreigners? You think that's why they're being treated well, just because they're foreigners?
that's a possibility. Who wants to
Mm,
treat tourists bad? You know what I'm saying? They're not going to come back. They're going to tell other people, "Don't come here." That's money
right,
being lost in the country or that city or state or whatever. If they have to deal
right,
with it, just here. If people got robbed in front of Elvis Presley's house all the time on Elvis Presley Boulevard, the tourists are not
right,
going to want to come for his house. So the city of Memphis is going
right,
to make sure it's safe over by Elvis's house and nowhere else.
right,
They don't want to
right.
lose that money. Economic.
Yeah, yeah, I know it, right? So
I don't
it
know.
has to be some kind of there is some kind of validity to what some of these guys are saying. I'm sure all of it's probably not true because people have, like I said, it's a wide opinion out there. But when you got so many men, I mean, you're talking about a lot of them that are going these places and they're going, oh, wait a minute, whoa, I'm being treated different. And there's such a discrepancy in it. And, you got to wonder what's going on there. Is it a cultural difference, really? You know, the way people are raised, to do certain things or what, I don't know. But different cultures are different. Like, if you go to Brazil versus Colombia or Dominican Republic or China or somewhere, Germany, everybody, the culture is different, in each place.
Yeah.
And especially here. But I mean, we have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black women here that are certainly um, capable and there. And I think they're waiting on some good men to maybe talk to them or something like that. I don't think black women are giving up on black men. What you think?
I don't think they have, but like you're saying, it sounds like they don't gave up on us. But I mean, a lot of things with like you said will hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm, mm,
you're a black man. If you're over here hurting black women, oh, I don't did all this damage. Now I'm gonna run off to another country and find me a woman. We don't have the privilege
mm,
of dropping everything and running to another country. We got to deal with the hurt or whatever baggage we got. And
Right.
that's it. What I'm saying, to keep moving. And to say
Yeah.
that, oh, good man, I'm gonna go to another country 'cause I can't find no good woman. You have not met every woman in America.
In
Just
America. Right.
like, ain't no good men in the United States, ain't no good men in Memphis. I haven't met every man in Memphis. I haven't dated every, I just have not met him yet. Maybe I haven't
Right.
gone to the place to where I need to meet him yet, but I can't say he don't exist, and I can't say every black man in Memphis ain't no good. You know what I'm saying?
Right. 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 Yeah. Yeah, that's bad. That would be right. And you can't say every black woman in Memphis is bad. I mean, you just can't. It's just, who man, it's like sometimes it maybe feels like finding a needle in the haystack. I'll say it like that,
Right.
because it's so evasive. And and what's strange to me is you have a bunch of women that saying, "Hey, I can't find a good guy," but then I got a circle of friends, and they are like, man, they just sick and tired because they feel like they can't find a good woman. So something is going on. That's I don't know. It's kind of crazy.
Right.
Because I promise you, I got many of friends. They don't have kids, or I mean, they established and they looking for wives or something like that, and just can't. They can't find them.
They ain't going to the right place is all I can say.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know where they going, but
I was
it's
always
a
told,
different
man, the grocery store. I don't see that many single men when I go to the grocery store. One or
grocery
two.
store. Yeah, because yeah.
And the
I
frozen
maybe I'm a little different. I do a lot of grocery shopping because I like to cook. So, but maybe men don't do a lot of grocery shopping. But maybe they be like, I've heard this before. Man, you need to go to Walmart. Now that's a
food.
popular spot. We're like, you go to Walmart, man. You may meet a, you know. But
You
that's
might,
kind of crazy. You going to Walmart like it's looking around like you.
man, like you shopping for somebody to pick them off a tree. There she goes, out six.
Yeah, yeah. As long as she ain't buying Pampers, maybe. I'm just kidding. She might be on a. Yeah, I'm just kidding. She might be, long as she on the food aisle or something. That's
See,
crazy.
that's a problem too. People have life. Everybody's not going to be
Yeah,
single and without children when you meet them. That's a
yeah,
misconception when people have life. Life is life.
yeah,
Some
yeah.
people
Well,
don't have kids, some people do. And
yeah,
to me, sometimes when you see a man that's 40 or 50 and he don't have any kids, that kind of raises a red flag to me. Like, you never got married, you never had a kid. Is there something wrong with you?
yeah. Well, I know a couple of guys that don't have kids, and they want to have kids, and they like, man, I'm getting, I'm 47, I'm 48, and I don't have any kids, and I don't want to. They don't want the liability. Like you get with a woman, you think it's all good. She gets pregnant. You're talking about getting married, and then soon the child born. Boom, that's a wrap. It's over. Now you got this, you know, this
Yeah.
issue for 16 years or 17 years. But me personally, though, when I was with a woman here, she had kids, and I accepted those kids. So I really can't be put in the category that it's a problem if a woman had children, because it's never been a problem. I dealt with that. There was
Mm,
always some other issue. There was
yeah.
always some other issue. So, and then like I said, a lot of men, they just, it's really effective genocide in my opinion. You put a system in place where you make men scared to have children, or that cuts our race off, you know, to a certain extent, because men are afraid to have kids because of the ramifications of if it doesn't work,
Yeah.
if it don't work. So
You can't go into something like if it doesn't work. If you go into
yeah,
it, you might as well stay out of it because
yeah,
nobody knows what
they
any
are.
with any situation. Don't have no crystal ball talking about, oh, I can see what's gonna happen 15 years down the line. You ain't gonna do this with her, or I ain't gonna do this with him. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's
It's
living.
really unfortunate how this is going. It's really unfortunate of how it's going, but God, I mean, you hear so many people. Hear so many people talking about this, and it's getting ugly across the country. Not, I mean, this is happening across the country, y'all. You can research this. Passport bros, black men dating, traveling internationally more. You can look it up, and it's stuff everywhere on it. It's not just a figment of my imagination. It's actually happening, and I don't want to get so far to where we looking up 5 years down the road, and our women here, black women, are really just really, really like, wow, there's no one here or something in 5 years, because that's the prediction. They're saying that like 5 to 7 years it's going to be a problem. It's already a shortage of black men here anyway. So if you start getting the ones that can afford to travel across seas gone, that's a certain type of black man here. Because quite frankly, every black man can't jump on a plane and be staying for 6 and 7 months and all that stuff overseas. So those men who are doing that, I mean, they're making, six figures, for the most part, or they're
Mhm.
able to make residual income some sort of way that allows them not to be here
Right.
constantly. Yeah. So
Well, being a black men, I mean, still other kinds of men. Still got
yeah,
other
I
men.
mean that's true. Now, which poses a question now, which poses a very viable question. Are those other men interested in black women by the masses? I know there's some that are, I
They
mean,
are.
it's always the proverbial, I want to visit the shack. You got them, but I'm talking about are they going to really, really, really be there? You know, Caucasian guy that makes $150,000 a year, is he going to choose a black woman?
Some
For the most part. Hmm?
some of them some of them do.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I see it all the time. I'm just talking about on the percentage wise, on the masses. What is the percentage of that happening? If you have a well-to-do Caucasian or Asian person, or someone, what is their perception
Hmm.
when it comes to trying to date?
I,
It's
a lot of men that are not black that see black women, they might think that we're attractive or want to date us, but they don't know if we would want to date them. So they're afraid
hmm,
to.
interesting. Yeah, they're afraid to approach. You believe?
Yeah.
Probably so. I can, probably so. I think both sides too, both men, black men and women, we both have suffered from stereotypes, because you got to understand the movies and the videos and all that stuff. We have certain stereotypes that's put out there also, that can kind of hurt both sides. You got the angry black man that want to shoot. We drug dealing, and we doing all this stuff in the movies a lot, in the action movies, and then you got the black woman that's then presented in the light of always belligerent, or they have a certain thing that they always want to perceive.
Hmm.
Whereas back in the day, you had the Cosby Show and stuff like that, where you had Claire Hooks, where they worked hard to dispel certain images about black people, you know.
Right.
And I'm wondering if we need more of that now, more positive images,
Of
you
course.
know.
Of course you do. I mean, if you're raising children or you get this new generation, they got to see something that's positive and something
Right,
to really that's reflecting from back in the day, because
right,
today is the same, and the values I grew up with and the things I watched on TV is totally different than what my kids watch on TV. So it's like,
right.
where if I'm not giving it to them, where do they get it from?
Yeah, exactly. Because I really think we need to see more healthy interactions on television, in the movies, with black women and black men. Just a healthy dynamic, more of it, so children can say, "Hey, look, this can happen." You
Yeah,
know, yeah, we can have a good, loving relationship, marriages, families, and all that stuff is still possible right here in the States. I believe that. I think it's still possible,
definitely.
actually. So that's preferred, because I mean, even the black men that are leaving and going, the one consistent thing that I've heard them say was they tried here first and then they left. I don't hear them saying, "Well, we tried there first and came back." They always say something like, "Man, I'm trying here and I just can't, blah blah blah, and then I'm out." So I
I
think
mean,
the desire. Mhm.
that's their prerogative. They can do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
but say you tried here, you did not try the entire United States of black women, and I
yeah.
just, you know what I'm saying?
But is
So
that possible? Is that possible though, for them to,
of course
like
it's
these guys have spent 20 years or some, or 15 years trying to find somewhere, and find someone? They're like, "Man, I don't have another five, or or whatever, I don't know." But
so
hmm,
they're settling, or they want what they want right now. I haven't been able to get it, so I'm gonna go and see if I can get what I want over here.
or they're saying I may as well go over here and enjoy myself in whatever way, and you
I mean,
know they're not even concerned about it like that, huh?
they can do what they want to do, though. I mean, that's the
Right,
beauty of the world. They can do whatever they want, but don't blame it on a particular people. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Don't make that your reason. If you want to go to
yeah,
the Philippines, date someone, marry someone, like you said, Brazil, Dominican Republic, do that. That's fine if that's what you want to do.
yeah,
But
that's
don't
definitely,
blame it on somebody. Oh, this is the reason why I left because I just could not. It's like me saying, oh, I just cannot find me a black man, and I don't search high and low. I need all the rocks and crevices and cracks. I'm fine. I ain't looked everywhere. It's where I'm at, where I look, but I haven't been everywhere, so I can't say that. If I want to just
mhm,
go out and date, somebody from Nigeria, just say I want to go to Africa and give me a man. And
yeah,
it's cool. If that's what you want to do, that's fine.
yeah,
That's your prerogative. You can do what you want to do.
yeah,
I don't like to blame people though.
yeah, exactly. You're just making a decision or choice to do whatever you want to do.
It's
And,
only
and, I don't think it's healthy to do that anyways. Like if you do something because you're blaming someone else, I don't think it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well for you anyway. I don't think, for the most part, most of the time, it's not going to go well.
right.
You go somewhere with preconceived notions and all that stuff, and
Right.
you're looking for something. Usually, it goes bad. There's been a lot of cases where stuff like that's gone bad. So, you
And then
know,
you're disappointed because you're going with these preconceived notions how you expect somebody to be or you think how you think they should act, and they really don't. They're still people, and everybody. We're all individual. So you
right,
all the way you think
right.
you do what you do the way you do it because of how you was raised and how you view life and things. So I can't say that, oh, all the men in the Philippines are good men, take care of their families. But I don't know that.
You don't.
Everybody
You
wasn't
don't.
raised the same. So I don't know what his values are and his morals. I don't know where he stands with that stuff. I can't
Yeah,
assume because he's from the Philippines, he's a good man.
yeah. You can't. Well, I mean, that's why we're having this dialogue, and we touch on all the questions, all the nuances, trying to get answers out there to people, and unfortunately, you have to ask those questions. You have to talk about it. You have to talk about the hard stuff that people really don't want to talk about, to actually get over it. If we're going to ever get over it and make it to the other side, to where we can start having healthy dialogue in this country between black men and black women.
Mm-hmm.
We got to come to the table and see each other side. I think everybody's got the way that they feel in their side, and I think it's important for me to listen. Like, for instance, it's important for me to listen to your side. It's important for you to listen to my side, and that way, no one walks away from the table feeling disrespected or you know
Right. Exactly. I
right,
mean, everybody needs to know, like, I think we talked about it before. I was just kind of talking, but what part did you play in it? You know what I'm saying? Own up
right,
to your part. I can own to my part, the reason why black men feel the way they do. And maybe you
right,
need to own up to your part in the reason why black women feel the way they do about black men. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And then, I mean, to me, once you get things out in the open, and you start healing from it, and then those things can stop repeating itself. You know what I'm saying? That history
Mhm.
keep going because now it's new because now we figure out what the problem is.
Yeah.
Ain't putting no on fixing it.
And it's seesaws because you have black men that have done well for so long, and then all of a sudden, boom, something happens. Now they angry. They go through a period of 1, 2, 3 years where they just awful, and then they're like, you know what, this ain't the person I am. This ain't the person I want to be, and then they revert back. But that damage that was done in those 1, 2, 3 years, sometimes it's not repairable. And even though you're trying, you want to switch up and you say, you know what, I did that because I was angry, and you may need grace or mercy to say, you know what, this man, he was a good man, something happened, he got angry, blah blah blah, now he's back on this side of the fence trying to make this happen with black women or whatever. And sometimes it's just, man, the damage is there. I'm just speaking from that side of the fence, but it can be vice versa.
Yeah.
People can be so hurt that they like, that's it, I'm just done, I'm done, period. So
But that's not the way to live life, though.
yeah,
You're not
it,
living
yeah,
is here.
it takes courage to love. It takes courage to trust, and a lot of people don't have that courage. They're so afraid of being hurt. Fortunately, I got some courage, and I don't want to live my life like that without like companionship or somebody that I really care about. So I'm
Right.
still believing that God will do that for me. So who
Right.
knows where it is? It could be right up under your nose. It could be right up on your nose here and right here, and you never see it because of whatever. It's not time for you to see it, so you have to keep all that stuff in mind too. But
Right.
you know,
That's right.
so you just organically live your life. I don't live my life now for one specific thing like that. I
Mm.
wake up each day trying to figure out what my purpose is for that day. And it's not necessarily centered around one aspect of my life, my dating life or my business life or this part of my life or that part of my life. I'm just living my life as a whole
Right.
throughout the day. So, and I've learned to do that because pushing in one direction doesn't go well. Like if I'm grinding so hard to make one particular thing happen, you know, may not be time for that particular thing to happen. So now you just go with the flow each day.
Exactly.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll be continuing this topic. Have some guests on. It's just an introduction. They get the feet wet. And let the people know what we kind of doing on here. We got a bunch of topics coming up here. Different guests coming on. We're going to talk about a few things. Also, I want you to let them know that you do a little acting also, and
Not a little, a lot.
a lot. Pardon me, a lot. she anyway, but we're gonna get into that. You know, uh, Maybe get into some things. About what it takes to get into acting and some things like that. The Memphis scene, as far as the movie scene, is growing here. And things like that. We got a bunch of different things that we want to talk about. This is just the beginning, you guys. So, you know, just the beginning.
Right.
Yeah, and then let you get a little warmed up too, because it's your first show. So we gonna let you. She gonna jump on y'all in a minute, y'all. Don't let her fool you now. Don't let her fool you now.
Mm.
Oh my God, I'm just kidding. Well, she'll get on you now. Don't let her fool you now. She'll get on. She got on me a couple times. Shh, don't
Whatever.
say. Yeah, but yeah.
I'm not a hurt your feelings type of person, but I believe in telling you the truth. So,
Right.
and I try to tell you in the best way possible so that you'll receive it in love and not that I'm trying to hurt you. So that's anybody, but I do tell the truth and I tell you the truth.
Yeah, I know it. She's a sweetheart, y'all. I'm just, having a little fun. I wanted to get used and smile a little bit on the channel. So, she's a sweetheart, y'all. Y'all gonna love her. So, we gonna be back at y'all soon with another episode, and go from there. Any parting shots, my co-host? Anything you like to say?
And go follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and my name should be on the screen. That's what it is, Latricia. Actually, it's Latricia Arm Candy Jones. But you see some
Mm,
acting and my directing and some different things that I'm doing and part of in the Memphis area.
okay.
But go follow me.
Yeah, yeah. And then don't forget to mention your What is the Platinum Films? Is that's the app they can follow you on too?
Yeah, you can go to your app store and download the Platinum Films TV app. It's a black app and it has platinum writing on it.
Mm,
And every movie, every film that I'm either in or directing, and it's free. It's just like Netflix. Netflix is free. All you gotta do is click on it and you can watch anything that's on there. And we got two new series coming out. One is called Control, and the other one is called Roomies. Both of them are very good. I'm actually directing Roomies, and I play a character in Control. So click
okay,
on
okay.
it, save it, you download it, love it. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I mean, we got some talented people here. She's one of them. I mean, in the movie scene, we're gonna try to get that pumped up, get some guests in here on that. Some videographers, photographers, that kind of thing, and go from there. But at this time, we out, y'all. We'll holler. Peace out.